smite the world that denied me the glory I rightly deserve. And now all shall tremble before me, man and maker alike.
If that's really him...
That maniac's taken by...
What is up, my archfiends of chaos? Come back to the brand new video. It's none other than King of the Night 57. Play my shit. Well, we're going to be talking about Versteal Besithia from Final Fantasy 15, and just like the clip you saw before the intro. Now, there was something that was very interesting, and I had to play episode prompto 15 times. Oh, by the way, get your clothes from H&M. That's how you... H&M's got the latest styles for anything of all your wear, so go there. Just a little promotion. But anyways, get back to the video. I had to play episode prompto 15 times to figure this out, but I finally figured out there was something that was said that Versteal said when he was in Immortalis form, and he said that he wanted to smite the world of humankind and makers alike because of the glory that was stolen from him. Now, what could that mean? Now, this is only a theory, and I will say it's only a theory, so people don't, take it too seriously, because apparently people think I'm trolling when I make some of these theories, There's people that go around here saying, oh, you can't be serious, this is too stupid. But no, stupid or not, it's still something to look into. Maybe Versteal never came from Niflheim. Maybe he started working from Niflheim and got accepted by the Niflheim Empire either via Arden or via Idolus. After the science community of the world of Eos has stripped away Versteal's title of scientist because he created weapons. He creates weapons, and Eos, I'd say, well, it still had the Star Scourge, but still, it was still in its, peaceful age, and, when you create weapons in a peaceful age, you're gonna be mocked, by the science community. It's just like trying to actually build weapons and turn them into NASA and get yourself called a scientist. It don't work that way. It don't work that way, because, weapons aren't really useful, besides for certain things. And, sure, yes, you're gonna need strong weapons for war. But it's also the fact that Versteal Besithia went too far with his science experiments to the point where he was not considered by the normal science community of the world of Eos. Thus, he moved to Niflheim and even got a Magitech facility built for him by Idolus. Whether it's Idolus or Arden who recruited him, is irrelevant, because it's one of the two that recruited him and actually liked his science. As a matter of fact, his science actually saved Niflheim a little bit. Sure, it was demonic science that fused humans and meshed them with demons and with a metal casing over their body as armor. Still, it did help Niflheim a little bit with their military, because they wouldn't be able to take over Insomnia's crystal if it wasn't for Versteal and his creations. Thus, Niflheim people would suffer a lot worse, but it's already kind of too late, as you already seen in Gralia. There's barely any people but too many demons, but the point is, it has helped them for a time. The point is, only people in Niflheim actually respected Versteal and his scientific achievements for the Niflheim Empire. As everybody else in the science community of the world of Lucis has pretty much laughed and mocked and bullied Versteal. And I'm gonna tell you, you could only be bullied, mocked, ridiculed until it gets to your head to the point where you lose your insanity. You start to lose your mental stability and go crazy. And that's what happened to Versteal. Versteal is one of those type of characters who's been pushed too far by the world. one thing he has in common with his son Prompto is that, you know, people made jokes of him and laughed at him. You know, of course, Prompto takes it better than Versteal has. But, you know, the science community has laughed at Versteal and mocked him because all he wanted to make was weapons, and, you know, the community just didn't want him to do that. So, you know, that's why he said he's gonna get the glory. He's gonna get the glory he rightfully deserves for his scientific achievements. Even though it's caused him to go so insane that he's even trying to kill gods to actually, you know, do this. He's insane because of all the bullying, ridiculing that he's had in his mind. You know, that he's had so long. It hits why when he started building for Niflheim, he found a new purpose in life, and his new purpose was to put scientific Magitech soldiers on the line for the Niflheim Empire. And he's excelled so well that both Arden and Idolus respect him. Even the High Commander Ravis, who later joins the Niflheim Empire, respects Versteal. Even though Versteal's an evil person, even Ravis respected this man, as you see in the letters when you pick it up by Prompto. So he became the most respected member working for the Niflheim Empire than he ever was as a regular scientist. He even got a facility built just for him to do whatever the fuck he wants. And he has. Hence why Prompto's created. The Lucians snatched Prompto up. And, you know the rest if you played episode Prompto. But pretty much, Versteal Besithia was actually more appreciated by the Niflheim Empire than anyone else. He even got his own facility. I'll be honest. I'll probably work for an evil empire if I get my own facility to do whatever the fuck I want. You know, that's pretty cool. Even though Niflheim's bad guys, you still, you know, I can understand why he would want to work with the Niflheim Empire. And the Niflheim Empire promises if he gives his stuff to his Magitech stuff to the Empire, that they'll help him get revenge on the community of people that laughed at him. Because it seems what happened from the sentence he says, I want to get the glory that was taken from me when he's in Immortalis form, is probably because he's been living a whole life mocked, ridiculed by other scientists, and now the Niflheim Empire's backing this man's up. You know, and matter of fact, he backed him up so much that Versteal was able to create a weapon possibly even stronger than at least a quarter of the 6 of the Astrals. So that's, you know, this is why this video is actually important, and this is only a fan theory, but I think that's what happened to Versteal's past before Niflheim. So may the crystal be with you, and have a nice night, and be safe.